Unveiling the Veil, the art of spiritual sensitivity. Welcome, seekers of the unseen, the untapped depths of the spirit that lies dormant within us all. Today we explore the art of awakening your hidden spiritual sensitivity, a profound capability that rests beneath the layers of our everyday consciousness. Spiritual sensitivity is the silently pulsating heartbeat of the universe, which, when listened to, can guide us through the symphony of life with grace and wisdom. Visualize spiritual sensitivity as a delicate instrument within you. It is finely tuned to the subtle frequencies of life, the whispers of truth that often go unheard amidst the cacophony of our daily routines. To awaken this instrument is to grant yourself access to a profound inner landscape where intuition, empathy, and deep understanding reside. We begin our journey not by seeking something new, but by recognizing what has always been present. The first step is simple awareness. Notice the life that flows within and around you. Feel the air filling your lungs, the earth beneath your feet, and the space that holds you. Inside this awareness lies the key to unlocking spiritual sensitivity. It is through the quiet moments that we allow our senses to become more acute. Have you ever felt the subtle shift in the air before a storm, or sensed the mood of a room as you step into it? This is your innate sensitivity at work. Now, imagine honing this skill to perceive not just the physical, but the spiritual shifts and energies around you. To enhance this skill, we must refine the mind's chaos into calm. Meditation is the ancient technique through which we achieve such clarity. Sit in silence and tune into your breath. Let it be the anchor that steadies the waves of your thoughts. In this tranquility, your sensitivity will begin to stir, like a seed in fertile soil awaiting the warmth of the sun to coax it into bloom. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. In this clarity of mind, we find a canvas ready for the subtle impressions of our inner knowing to be painted upon. It is often in the stillness that our spiritual senses awaken most profoundly. But this stillness is not just an absence of noise. It is a presence, a fullness that envelops you in its embrace. It is within this embrace that you may start to sense the interconnectedness of all things. As you attune to this interconnectedness, you will find empathy naturally expanding within you. Empathy is the ability to resonate with the feelings and experiences of others, to feel the echo of their joy or pain as if it were your own. This resonance is a hallmark of spiritual sensitivity. It is not merely an emotional response. It is a recognition of the shared essence that we all carry. True empathy requires us to shed the armor of judgment and open ourselves to truly listen. In listening, we awaken to the symphony of existence. Each being, each story, each breath contributes to the harmony of the whole. By honing our ability to listen with our hearts, not just our ears, we awaken to a new dimension of connection and understanding. But how do we foster this heart listening? It starts with self-compassion. We must first learn to listen to our own inner voice with kindness and acceptance. This is not self-indulgence, it is self-respect. When we treat ourselves with compassion, we set the tone for how we engage with the world. Consider the sun. It does not discriminate where its rays fall. It shines upon the just and the unjust, the large and the small, the loud and the quiet. Can we too shine our compassion as indiscriminately as the sun? This is the essence of spiritual sensitivity, the ability to extend our warmth without expectation or prejudice. As we cultivate inner tranquility and empathy, we must also develop discernment. This is the ability to perceive beneath the surface, to see the invisible threads that weave our experiences together. It is a form of insight that cuts through illusion and sees into the essence of things. Discernment is not about harsh judgment. It is about clear seeing. To develop discernment, we engage with life not as a series of random events, but as a tapestry of meaningful patterns. Look at the recurring themes in your life, the lessons that keep presenting themselves. What are they trying to teach you? What is the deeper significance behind your interactions and challenges? This questioning is the sharpening stone upon which the blade of discernment is honed. Now, consider the power of intuition. Intuition is the whisper of the universe, offering guidance through our inner knowing. It often speaks in a language beyond words, a language of symbols, feelings, and sudden insights. To awaken your spiritual sensitivity is to become fluent in this language. To fine-tune your intuition, you must trust in the subtle nudges it provides. This trust is not blind. It is built upon the foundation of your own experiences. When you heed your intuition and witness the outcomes, your confidence in this inner guidance system grows. But intuition is not just about personal guidance. It is about connecting with the undercurrents of life itself. It is an attunement to the synchronicities that dance around us, the meaningful coincidences that Carl Jung spoke of. These synchronicities are signposts on our spiritual journey, confirming that we are in flow with the universe. To recognize these signposts, we must live attentively. The art of attention is not about constant focus, but rather about a gentle awareness that observes the play of life without becoming entangled in it. Imagine yourself as a mountain overlooking a bustling city. You see the motion and the change, yet you remain still and serene. From this vantage point, the messages of the universe are clearer and easier to read. As you awaken your spiritual sensitivity, you might find that your relationships begin to transform. You become more attuned to the needs of others and to the unspoken bonds that connect you. This sensitivity can lead to deeper and more fulfilling connections, but it can also bring challenges. You may become more acutely aware of the pain and suffering in the world, which can be overwhelming. This is where the practice of grounding becomes essential. Grounding is the process of connecting with the earth, of drawing strength and stability from its endless reservoirs of energy. It allows us to remain open and sensitive without being swept away by the emotional currents we encounter. One grounding technique involves visualizing roots extending from the soles of your feet, deep into the core of the earth. Feel the solidity of the ground beneath you, the support it provides. This visualization not only stabilizes your energy, but also reminds us that we are not separate from this planet. We are part of its living, breathing ecosystem. As we grow in spiritual sensitivity, we also grow in our capacity to love. Love, in its purest form, is the ultimate expression of spiritual sensitivity. It is an unconditional acceptance and a willingness to see the divine spark within each individual. To love in such a way is to recognize that everyone you meet is on their own unique journey. Each person carries their own wounds and their own wisdom. Can we meet them with an open heart, without the need to change or judge them? This is love as a healing force, a force that can transform the world. But to love others, we must first love ourselves. This is not the narcissistic love of the ego, but a profound respect for the divinity within us. It is acknowledging that we, too, are worthy of compassion, forgiveness, and understanding. When we embrace ourselves in this way, we set free the love that naturally flows outward to others. As we continue to awaken our spiritual sensitivity, we may encounter signs and omens. These are the universe's way of communicating with us, often in a symbolic language that we must learn to interpret. The appearance of certain animals, The repetition of numbers or the feeling of déjà vu can all be omens if we are open to receiving them. To understand these signs, we must cultivate a playful curiosity. It is a willingness to entertain the idea that there is more to our reality than what is immediately apparent. This curiosity does not leap to conclusions. It explores, it wonders, and it marvels at the mysteries that slowly unveil themselves to us. Spiritual sensitivity also brings with it a profound sense of responsibility. As we become more attuned to the interconnectedness of life, we realize that our actions have far-reaching effects. We begin to live with intention, understanding that each choice we make contributes to the harmonic or discordant vibrations within the universal tapestry. This responsibility extends to our thoughts and beliefs as well. Our thoughts are not just private musings. They are energetic impulses that interact with the collective consciousness. By choosing thoughts that are aligned with love, peace, and harmony, we actively contribute to the healing of the world. As you awaken your spiritual sensitivity, you may also start to experience a shift in your perception of time. Time may seem to expand and contract, becoming less linear and more fluid. You may find that you can sense the right timing of things, knowing intuitively when to act and when to be still. This altered perception of time is closely linked to the concept of divine timing. It is the understanding that there is a season for everything, and that forcing things to happen before their time is like trying to pry open a bud before it is ready to bloom. Trust in divine timing is an exercise in faith and patience. In the unfolding of your spiritual sensitivity, you will likely encounter moments of doubt and skepticism. This is a natural part of the process. Doubt is not the enemy of faith, it is its companion, prompting us to question and to seek deeper truths. When you encounter doubt, greet it like an old friend. Allow it to sit with you, to challenge you, and ultimately to strengthen you. Doubt sharpens the mind, while faith deepens the heart. Together, they form the foundation upon which spiritual sensitivity rests. The luminous thread, weaving intention into spiritual practice. As we further navigate the waters of spiritual sensitivity, we delve into the realm where intention becomes our guiding light. Intention is the silent pulse behind every action, the unseen architect of our reality. It is with intention that we weave the luminous thread of our spirit through the fabric of daily life. Consider intention as the seed of your actions. Just as a seed contains the blueprint of the tree it will become, your intention contains the blueprint of the reality you wish to create. To set an intention is to align with the forces of creation that move through you. It is to say, yes, I am an active participant in the dance of the cosmos. But how do we set intentions that are both powerful and pure? It begins with clarity. Clarity is the light that dispels the shadows of confusion and illuminates our true desires. To gain clarity, we must quiet the mind and listen to the whisperings of the heart. What is it that your heart truly longs for? What is the deeper purpose behind your desires? When you find clarity, infuse your intention with it. Let your intentions be clear as crystal, free from the muddiness of ego and fear. An intention set from the heart carries a frequency that resonates with the heart of the universe. It is like striking a note that vibrates in harmony with the symphony of life. Yet setting an intention is just the beginning. We must also release it with trust. Trust is the wind that carries the seed to fertile ground. When we release our intentions with trust, we acknowledge that there are forces at work beyond our control. We understand that the universe is a co-creator in our lives, and sometimes it has plans that surpass our own understanding. Releasing with trust does not mean relinquishing responsibility. It means embracing the flow of life. It is recognizing that there are currents that can carry us further than our own efforts alone. Trust is an act of surrender to the wisdom that orchestrates all things. As you work with intention, be mindful of attachment. Attachment is the root of suffering, as the wise have taught us. To be attached to the outcome of our intentions is to set ourselves up for disappointment. Instead, set your intentions and hold them lightly. Be like the gardener who plants seeds and tends to their growth, but knows that many factors contribute to the harvest. This does not mean we do not care about the results of our actions. It means we understand that our well-being is not contingent on specific outcomes. We find peace in the effort, the expression of our true selves, and the knowledge that we have acted with integrity and love. As we cultivate non-attachment, we also cultivate patience. Patience is the understanding that everything unfolds in its own time. It is the recognition that the gestation of a dream is as important as its birth. Patience allows us to endure the waiting, the uncertainty, and the periods of apparent inactivity with grace. In the practice of patience, we find a deep trust in the process of life. We realize that the seed of intention needs time to crack open, to send out roots, and to reach towards the light. We understand that we are not separate from this process. We are intimately woven into it. Now, let us turn to the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the heart's response to the abundance of life. It is a recognition of the blessings that shower upon us daily, many of which we often overlook. To practice gratitude is to tune into the frequency of abundance rather than lack. Gratitude opens the heart and expands our capacity to receive. It shifts our focus from what we feel is missing to the wealth that surrounds us. When we are grateful, we vibrate with an energy that attracts more of what we appreciate into our lives. It is as if the universe responds to our thanks by saying, "Here, have more of what fills your heart with joy." Incorporate gratitude into your daily practices. Let it be the first thought when you awaken and the last thought before you sleep. Let it be the silent prayer that accompanies your actions throughout the day. Gratitude is the fertile soil in which our intentions blossom. As we deepen our spiritual sensitivity, we also deepen our connection to nature. Nature is the great teacher, the mirror in which the truths of life are reflected. Spend time in nature and observe its rhythms and cycles. Notice the ebb and flow of the tides, the waxing and waning of the moon, the cycles of growth and decay in the plant world. These natural rhythms are a reflection of the rhythms within us. We are not separate from nature. We are an expression of it. When we align ourselves with these natural cycles, we find a greater harmony in our lives. We learn to flow with the changes, to embrace the seasons within our own hearts. Connecting with nature also grounds us. It brings us back to the simplicity of being, to the joy of the present moment. In the embrace of nature, we are reminded that life is not always about striving and achieving, that there is beauty in simply being. Grounding ourselves in nature can help to release the tension of our ambitions and open us up to the wisdom of life as it unfolds. In this communion with nature, we often find that our intentions are sharpened, our trust deepened, and our gratitude amplified. Here, in the quiet company of the trees, the mountains, or the vast sky, our hearts can speak more clearly, and we can listen more intently to the whisperings of our own true nature. Finally, as we thread intention through our spiritual practice, let us not forget the power of community. We are social beings, and our intentions can be magnified through shared vision and support. When we come together with others who hold similar values and dreams, our individual intentions can weave into a collective tapestry of transformation. Seek out communities that resonate with your spirit. These can be physical communities in your local area or virtual gatherings across the vast digital landscape. In these spaces, share your intentions, your practices, your struggles, and your insights. The support and understanding of a community can be a powerful catalyst for growth. Additionally, the community provides us with mirrors to reflect our growth and areas that need attention. Others can offer perspectives and wisdom that we may not have considered. They can challenge us to rise to our highest potential and support us when we falter. In community, we also find the opportunity to serve. Service is the natural overflow of a heart filled with love and gratitude. When we serve others, we step beyond the confines of our individual selves and participate in something larger. Service aligns our actions with our intentions in powerful ways, anchoring us in the energy of giving and receiving. As you walk the path of spiritual sensitivity, remember that the luminous thread of intention is delicate yet strong. It connects you to the infinite web of life where every thought, every action, and every moment is an opportunity to create beauty, to plant seeds of love and transformation. May your intentions be clear, your trust deep, your gratitude boundless, and your heart open to the unfolding dance of the cosmos. May you weave your luminous thread with the artistry of a soul awake to the wonder of existence.